And welcome students. Let's solve the question of standard 7 subject science. One of the most important factor that can lead to the scarcity of water is what? Deforestation. Which of the following is not an element used for describing weather? The answer is mountain, because all these are the part of weather, so it is mountain. The distance between an object and its image in plane mirror is 6 meter. If the object moves 1 meter away from the mirror, then the new distance between the object and image. Now see here, few people have not calculated in the correct way. Actually, when image, it is image and the object, this distance is 6 meter, this is 6 meter, and when it moves away 1 meter, so it will be object 2 will move 1 meter away, so the answer will be 8 meter. Two charged objects are brought close to each other. The two objects would, many of you have done it wrongly. Correct answer is it will either attract or repel, because both the objects are charged. So either if both the objects are positively charged or the same charge, they will repel, while if it is opposite in nature, they will attract each other. Now, to survive, plant roots need, that is oxygen. Since root is the part that goes below the ground, so it is oxygen that is required. Now fill in the blanks is of 6 marks. This is quite easy, but still people have done, few people have done it wrongly. Let's do it. Partially digested food that is chewed again by a grass-eating animal is curd. Many of you have written ruminant or rumination. The chemical formula of water is H2O. Gaseous exchange in these takes through the small opening called stromata. When positive charge is brought near an uncharged body without touching it, then negative charge is developed on it. Land breeze and sea breeze help to maintain temperature of the air. Now, if you have done it in this way, you will get full 6 marks. Now let's move to true and false. This is quite easy, 4 marks. The periscope. Many of you have written convex, which is wrong. Periscope, it is plane mirror. In this, it is plane mirror is used. So this is false statement. Wastewater is called seaways. Correct. In human breathing takes place with the help of rib cage and diaphragm. This is correct statement. No gaps are left between the rails of the railway track. This is false, because gaps are left to have, this is for, so that there is room for expansion when there is hot weather, that is thermal expansion. Now the scientific terms, and this is of 8 marks. The tendency of similar particles to stick together to one another is cohesion. This is now next. The reflection that takes place from non-shiny, non-polished or irregular surface is irregular or diffused. This is diffused or irregular reflection. Reflection. Device used to protect tall buildings. This is lightning conductor. Lightning conductor. The center point of a given spherical mirror. Now dear students, center point of spherical mirror, not the sphere. Many of you have written center of curvature, which is wrong. It should be pole. The process of transfer charge to the earth. This is earthing. Small projection in the inner wall of small intestine of human being help in absorption of digested food. This is villi. And green pigment present in the leaves of the plant, chlorophyll. Study of forecasting of weather, that is meteorology. And if you have answered this in this way, you will get full 8 marks. Now question number 5, that you have to answer in just one word, and if you answer it correctly, you will get 4 marks. And the respiratory organ of crab, gill. The sudden flow of very large amount of charges through some part of air, we call this phenomena lightning. Especially eye specialists using a special instrument which is fitted with concave mirror having a small hole near its center is ophthalmoscope. ophthalmoscope, ophthalmoscope. Special feature that helps an organism to survive in its environment, it is adaptation. ADAPtation. So this is it. And next is match the following. This is question number 6, and this too is easy but bit confusing. So alpine zone is snow throughout the year, so this would be like this. And subtropical zone is summer is hot and wet. And tropical wet zone, this is monsoon zone. And then tropical dry zone, this is rain not common. And arid zone is high temperature and low rainfall. And this you will get 5 marks. And this is very easy, just you have to read the paragraph carefully and you'll get all the answers. The rotting dead matter in the soil is called humus. The soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks by the action of wind, water and climate. This process is called weathering. The nature of any soil depends upon the rocks from which it has been formed and the type of vegetation that grows in it. Vegetation means types of plants grows in that. A vertical section through different layers of soil is called soil profile. Each layer differs in feel, texture. Color depends color, depth, and chemical composition. Now the rotting dead organism present in the soil is called humus. 1 mark you'll get for this. Next is the nature of soil depends on which of the following option given below, that is rock. This answer should be rock. This is rock, and each layer of the soil differ in which of the following, texture, depth, color. It is all of the above. Now next, let's move. Define the term. Answer any 4. Now you have to write only 4 answers. So whichever you know, you are to know properly. That should have been answered, but you have already done that. You have done with your examination. But for the next time, if you are unaware how to answer, so be careful that you must answer the questions which you know properly if there are options. Percolation. What is percolation? Percolation rate is at which water moves through the soil, or the rate at which water flows through porous soil. Porous means gap जो रहता है, porous soil. Photosynthesis, that's very simple. Making food, plants making of food by green plant in the presence of water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. In presence of, okay, green plant is already written, it means there is chlorophyll. So egestion is process of elimination. Process of जो अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड होता है वो बॉडी से निकाला जाता है, दैट इज इजेशन. प्रोसेस ऑफ एलिमिनेशन ऑफ अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड फ्रॉम द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल. Full stop. Now what is compound? Compounds are pure substances which is made up of same kind of molecules. For example like NaCl, H2O, all the chemical compounds, etc. Displacement reaction. Now what is displacement reaction? It is chemical reaction. It is a chemical reaction in which one element displaces another in a compound. Example like iron reacts with copper sulfate. This is aqueous. It goes like copper is replaced by iron and copper is left. So if you have answered in this way, you will get all 8 marks for this. Differentiate. So this is next the answer between, this is again of 8 marks carrying 2 for each. Now differentiate between anaerobic and aerobic. So what is that? It is aerobic is simply the release of energy from glucose in presence of oxygen, and its opposite is anaerobic, when energy is released in absence of oxygen. So this is aerobic and anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic, you can take the example of yeast. Next is weather and climate. So weather is day to day atmospheric condition. Like it may be sunny, cloudy, windy, etc. Whereas climate is average weather pattern. Climate is average weather pattern in a region over a long period of time. Full stop. And saprotrophic mode of nutrition and parasitic mode of nutrition. Saprotrophic mode of nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which plants feed on saprotrophic, that is, plant feeds on dead and decaying, like mushroom. And parasitic is the mode of nutrition in which non-green plants live on other organism and feed and take nutrition from them. Now land bridge, and this is easy one. Land bridge, that flows from land surface to sea surface. This is land surface to sea surface, and it happens during night. And its opposite is when sea breeze to land. It is in daytime. You have to write in proper way. Respiration and photosynthesis. Respiration is the process in which energy is released through the breakdown of sugar. And photosynthesis is, you already know, making green plants, making food by green plants. Which is, its equation can be written as CO2 plus H2O, sunlight and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it gives glucose, H12O6 plus lots of oxygen. Now give reasons, and this is of 2 marks. And simply, a new quilt is warmer than old one because it traps more air, and which acts as insulator. Or rather we can say air is a bad conductor. Air is bad conductor. That doesn't allow heat to escape. You can write it in your own word. Leaf of plant dies out if stomata. Stomata is the tiny pores by which gases are exchanged. And if there isn't, so let's write the answer. If the stomata are blocked, there won't be exchange of gases. Hence, there will be no respiration and what else? Photosynthesis. So the plant will die. So this will answer in this way. You'll get 4 marks. Next question carrying 2 marks is 4 causes of soil pollution. The causes of soil pollution are use of pesticide. Like if I write here, use of pesticides, like excessive use of fertilizers, oil and fuel dumping, and 4 causes you have to write. So next is direct without treatment, direct discharge of industrial waste. Now write 2 precautions in each condition when a person caught during a lightning strike. If you are outside in the open, go to a safer place. Go to safe place like house or building. Or 2 precautions each. So this, and second, get into car or bus. And close the window and keep the windows shut. If you are inside the house, avoid contact with water. Or do not use corded phone. What else you can do? Do not use electrical equipment. Oh, I have written 3. Just 2 you have to write. That's it. Next is what is alleviation. Sometimes, let's write its answer is sometimes leaching means seeping. Leaching of minerals and clay content takes place in the lower part of a horizon. A horizon means the second layer. As water drips through this region, so this process of leaching is called elevation. So you'll get how much marks? That is 2 marks. What is combination reaction? That's simple. Combination reactions are a reaction. It's a chemical reaction, obviously. It's a chemical reaction in which two or more substances that will be reactant. That is reactant combine to form. They combine to form new substance, that is product. New substance that will be product. It is called combination reaction. Example may be cited at, for example, N2, that is nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas will make ammonia. Let me write it again. Let me rewrite. I'm writing the equation here. N2 plus H2 both having gaseous form. This is also gas and it will make ammonia gas. And since we have to keep the equation balanced, so we have to write like this is 2, so we put it here 2, and this is 2. Or one more example can be H2 plus O2, that will make H2 steam. This is water vapor. And again we have to balance the equation. So this is example of combination reaction. So next we will move to the next part. Next answer is, why do we get muscle cramps? So let's write it. Human muscles can respire anaerobically. Can respire, that is anaerobically means without oxygen. In this lactic acid, let me write it properly. In this lactic acid is produced and accumulates in muscles. Due to this क्या होता है? Cramps. This the muscles cannot continue working for long, और इस वजह से fatigue, they get fatigue, थक जाते हैं, which causes muscle cramps. Easy, right? So you have got options here as well. Now let's move to the next question. Need ray diagram, and in this you will make the diagram like this. This is focus, center of curvature. If the object is here, one ray will move to the parallel of the principal axis and it will reflect to the focus. And again, if it will go to the focus, it will. This is wrong. I'm not able to. If you will make it properly, the image will be here at the center of curvature, which will be, since it is at the same side of the mirror, it will be real, and it is inverted, and same size. Now let's explain through the diagram that amoeba shows holozoic mode of nutrition, and you know that holozoic mode of nutrition means food is taken into the body and then broken down to provide the nutrition. So what is the amoeba? You know that is a microscopic organism, and when it comes in contact with the food, it produces pseudopodia. This is pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means false plate. This is nucleus. This is nucleus, and this is, now it has seen the food particles over here. This is food particle, and now it has protruded the pseudopodia. Now see here how it has. Now the food has been protruding. Now see, the food is here, and this is food vacuole. This is food vacuole. Vacuole, V-A-U-C-U-O-L-E, vacuole. And then again, see the next stage is, see here, this is nucleus, and this is food vacuole. Now see here, the next is, again if it sees, now it is going to the next direction. This is food vacuole. Now the food has been absorbed, now it is being ejected. Undigested food is being ejected. This is undigested food, right? So you may draw it in a proper way, and you have to explain it as well. Now let's move to the next question. All these four questions carries 3 marks, in which you have to opt only 3. Let's do the next part. How is trunk useful to the elephant? This is from the adaptation chapter. Now let's do this. So next question is, how trunk is useful to the elephant? The elephant is adapted to the condition of tropical rainforest in a remarkable way. Its nose and trunk that has about 1,50,000 muscles. This trunk acts like, what is the use of trunk? Acts like hand for grasping, acts like snorkel, and used to suck, drink or squirt water for bathing. Squirt means अपने ऊपर जो पानी डालता है उसको कहते हैं squirting. They have poor eyesight and better sense of smell. You can add this information, but it's not correct. You can write up to this and you'll get 3 marks. That's all. If you have written it this way, you are going to score 100 marks. Thank you.